fine.
Okay, so I was introduced to Isagenix by Jen and Jono around the same time as Alec was. In my first 30 days, I lost about 5 kilos, but the biggest takeaway for me was my energy. I've suffered from fatigue issues for several years, so for me to feel that burst of energy on about day 15 was just amazing. I mean, I was running a small business, I've got 2 young children, life was pretty normal, I guess, what I thought was normal. I felt what I thought was normal. I was training, I did CrossFit 4 or 5 times a week, so I thought I was fit and healthy. But yeah, obviously, as I say, I dropped the 5 kilos and had a huge burst of energy. And it felt awesome, and that's continued for 2 years. I've used the products for 2 years.
Yeah. So John,
after just sharing with people, it just slowly grew, and over the first 12 or 14 months, we weren't even focused on building the business.
Yeah.
We were just sharing it and happy to see that little bit of the few bonuses coming from Isagenix and the cycles start growing. The business just started growing organically.
Yeah.
No real intention to go crazy. We didn't even have an idea of what the opportunity or the potential was.
Yeah.
So that's how it started. That was the first 12 months, 14 months, was just a slow growth of organic growth.
Yeah.
Just talking to people.
Yeah.
But then
I won Isa Derby to Hawaii. Don't really know how I won Isa Derby. Jen threw me in the team. I just did what I was doing, which was talking to people and sharing the products and helping people through their 30 days. And then I got a phone call from Isagenix saying, yeah, you're going to Hawaii. So we went off to Hawaii. I left Alec at home with the kids, God love him, and had 5 amazing days of mind-blowing hospitality and just being so well looked after.
Yeah. And
we had a training when we were there with Lisa DeMayo. I don't know if you guys have seen anything
No.
of her.
No.
Isagenix millionaire, single mum, very relatable, just very down to earth, very normal. She gave us an amazing training when we were there, and I sat there thinking, of course we can do this.
Was she just at the convention in Brisbane?
No,
just gone?
she wasn't.
Oh, okay. There's another lady that it might have been someone else.
Yeah,
I was listening to.
No, she wasn't here. So yeah, for me that was a big light bulb moment. I was thinking we actually can change our lives and the lives of so many people by just being open to this, because obviously it's totally possible. I was surrounded by people that had won Isa Derby that were really working their business and doing really well. Yep. So it just inspired me, and I flew home on the Friday to poor Alec and was like this for about 24 hours, so excited about what we were going to do, and I had this great vision, and you were excited too, and it was fabulous. And then that was the Australia Day weekend, so after a day of being really excited, we then lost our home and we lost the CrossFit gym in the floods. So that kind of took away a little bit of my enthusiasm, and we got into clean-up mode, and we had a great amount of help from friends and members of the box and family. And a great lesson for me, one of the great lessons for me in that whole time, was I actually lost my car in the floods as well. Now, about a week after the floods, or I don't even know, the time is of no relevance, Jen came round to where we'd had to move into to stay, well, obviously we lost our house, and bought me a new car. And that was from, obviously, Jen and Jono and a lot of local friends, but it was also from people within Isagenix that I've never even met. People that I've been in Hawaii with that I've met and known for literally those 5 days. And they're totally unreal, and it actually gives me goosebumps, because that is just so, I don't know if you heard me speak at Celebration, but that's just testament to the people that Isagenix attracts. So again, that was just like, we would be nuts to not be in this amazing bunch of people. So fortunately, Celebration was in the March, so we got through the clean-up and life was getting a little bit more normal. Went down to Celebration in March, and that was it for Alec and I, complete focus. That reaffirmed everything that I'd come back with from Hawaii, but obviously had sadly waned. And that was it. We decided from there on in that we have to do this. So we did.
And from that point, back in February last year, 2013, we were getting about $3,000. Well, we got $3,000 for the month of February in Isagenix commissions, and
Which was great. I mean,
bonuses.
we were eating for
Last
free.
year.
Last year,
Last
so
year,
just
yeah.
12 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just over here. And that was that time when we decided we can have a bit of a go at this. But our focus was just on getting, well, the basics. We didn't know a lot anyway, but we just focused on the basics, finding people to talk to the people you find, keeping it simple, always focused on the health benefits that we were giving people, because we come from the health and wellness industry.
Yeah.
So that was a given anyway. But I think sharing our vision, starting to share our vision of, you know, what you can do with this business.
Yeah.
And then over the last 12 months, just by doing that and going to different events and getting inspired by amazing people like you guys and us.
Yeah.
You guys.
All of you.
Yeah, we all started in exactly the same place, sitting around the table talking about this stuff, and had done amazing things, and we could see that that was possible. So over the last 12 months, we've slowly focused on the business, spent a little bit more time on the business, and put some more thought into the business, to the point where February this year, last month, 2014, our income from Isagenix was just under $70,000, and we maxed out our business centre, which was something we didn't even know the meaning of 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's maxed out. I mean, and it's residual income, so it's going to keep on coming. It's a total life changer.
Yeah.
We had no idea it was going to get to this point.
Yeah.
Couldn't even imagine it, and yet here we are.
Yeah, and the best thing is, and genuinely the best thing, anyone can do this. Everyone starts by putting the products in their head for 30 days. You feel compelled to share it because you feel so great. You realise that you've got no right to not let everybody you know feel as good as you feel. And then when you start making that income, you realise that you can make such a huge difference. Not just to yourself, but to so many people. So it just is, yeah, you just want the whole world to be on this stuff and to get it. You want the whole world to share your vision. And now that's, with our team, our vision, Alec and I have got a vision, which is to make as many people as we can happy, healthy and wealthy, and in the process create the life of our dreams. So I think we're doing that.
Yeah. And David Jilks, bodybuilder, you know, fitness professional for 30 years, top 10 fitness professional in North America, year after year. He said, people ask him, you know, how do you do it? Because he wins bodybuilding titles at the age of 49 against guys that are 29. You know, how does it work? Talking about the products.
Yeah.
And he says, you just put it in, throw it, and it works.
It does.
And really that, I would expand that to say, as far as the business model goes too, you know, how does it work? You just put the stuff down your throat.
And it works.
And you tell people about it.
Yeah.
Because
really
the products get results.
It's so simple. I mean,
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. And as I said to you guys earlier, when we maxed out, we've had so many people phoning us and ringing us and asking us to be guests on their conference just to tell them how we maxed out. And it's really funny because we maxed out by using the products, sharing our story, looking after people, and that's really it, hey? That really is it.
Yeah.
Staying in the game, get in the game and stay in the game.
So, I mean, globally, we're in momentum. So globally, you can see it. We're in 12 countries now, going to 15 by the end of the year. Took 10 years to reach their first $1 billion. Took another 2 years to reach their second $1 billion in sales. And we had a world record March the 4th, $13 million in sales.
Which
globally.
is just crazy. Yeah.
The figures are astronomical. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar a year company before too long.
And the fact they're debt-free as well, I think, is really important.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're not struggling to keep their heads above water. They're
And
a
to get
debt-free
through
company.
the GFC and everything,
To get through
especially in
everything,
America.
Yeah, didn't knock around
And to
at all.
come out.
Didn't touch them.
Yeah, and so in Australia, it's such a small percentage of Australian population that are actually using Isagenix. I don't know what it is, but it's tiny. It's still so much growth and potential, especially in the capital cities.
I think it's 0.1%.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it would be, because it's 22,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
23, 24 million in
24
Australia.
million, yeah.
So there's it's not going to dry up. It's expanding. Everyone in Australia knows someone in another country, or knows someone who knows someone. So this is how you start. You build locally, grow globally.
Yeah.
think that's what they say.
They
Yeah.
do, well done. Call it out.
It'd be crazy to see where you guys would be in another 5 years. Like,
But not us guys, you
like,
guys,
can't even
everybody.
yeah,
we're all
People
gonna
sitting
be-
here tonight that
Yeah.
might decide to give it a go.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to end up in
Yeah.
the same place as long as they stay in the
Yeah.
game.
The people who are here now and focused,
mm,
because as they stepped down at Celebration, Warren Lance might have said, the wave isn't here yet. The surge, the swell is just starting to build. You know, if we start paddling now, keep ahead of that wave,
mm.
by the time it starts tipping over the top with momentum, we're already up on our feet and we're set.
Yeah, it's not even happening.
If you don't start, if we're not paddling now, you've got a chance to catch up,
Yeah.
paddle hard,
Yeah.
but
Just
we're
go
ahead of
over.
that wave now and that momentum's still coming. It's just going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Anyone who's in it now is going to be in a mind-blowing place.
That's not to say that if you get into it in 2 years that you won't be either.
Oh,
This
no.
will be, this is a, yeah, this is a,
It's ongoing.
it's only in 12 countries. That's a great thing. And being English, I've got all my friends in England go, come on. Like,
Yeah,
I can't
waiting
do
for the wave
anything
to-
about
yeah, the
it.
wave's
It's not
gotta-
up to me.
Yeah. The wave's got to wash right through Europe. And,
Yeah,
Just
there's,
purchase the.
How did you find balancing between, you know, your business and Isagenix business? Like, what do you-
it was easy to work Isagenix around or alongside my business. It was easy, because it was just half an hour every now and then. You know, it was just a little bit, and it was just having conversations with people. But as Isagenix grew, the potential and the actual, as the business grew,
Mm.
yeah, I had to put more time into that until it got to the point where now I've been able to put a manager in. I had to put a manager into Crossfit Bundaberg so that I could spend more time on Isagenix.
but
Yeah.
also, you know, you work hard and you, like we've just told you, we earn around $20,000, $25,000 a week sometimes. You don't need to, you don't want to go to work at 5:30 in the morning. You've worked to do this to get freedom.
Mm.
So it's nice to be able to, in the middle of the day, just take off and go to the beach or go out for lunch when we want to. Or that's what we're working towards. It's the life of our dreams, and that's probably not working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday.
Well, one more question. I think maybe, and you come across it, you know, and we may have, especially with the younger generation, they're wanting to build size and things like that, and they're really concerned that, you know, if they hear about all the great
Weight
losses,
loss,
the
yeah.
weight loss. So,
Yeah.
you know, as a professional trainer and, you know, in CrossFit, you know, what can we say to people who want to, you know, put on mass? Like,
Yep. This system was originally designed for athletes way back, 12 years ago, but they had good weight loss results with their athletes, and they had amazing results in performance with those athletes, but they also noticed was loss of body fat, and which was beneficial to athletes because they want to, you know, perform at optimum body composition. Because of that, then the emphasis started to come on for the weight loss, but this program is totally, it can be tweaked for anybody and for any goal. So if your goal was to increase muscle mass, we can just tweak it slightly. You can add more protein in. We've got Isagenix Pro now, which is just released in Australia this year. So you can increase your protein intake. If you maintain your protein levels and eat adequate calories, you're going to put on muscle mass, especially if you can get your body into an alkaline position, which is what these products do. This system, you know, your hard training, the general food you eat, put your body in an acidic condition, which is detrimental, and it fights the whole natural building process. This system puts your body into an alkaline state, and so your body's going to respond better to the physical training you're doing, whether it's bodybuilding style, whether it's CrossFit style, whether it's football, no matter what your sports gains are, and whether you need to put on muscle mass or not. This sets you up for it perfectly, as long as you watch those key indicators.